So welcome everyone to our Essential Oils 101 class. Tonight we're going to go over the starter kit and some really good information for getting started with oils. We're just going to do a little disclaimer here. This information is for educational purposes only. It's not meant to diagnose, treat, or prescribe any condition of the body. This information should not be a substitute for counseling with a medical professional. And as presenters, we accept no responsibility for such tonight.
Yay!
Yay! That's the fun part. Now we have that done. So topics we're going to cover tonight in the class are: what are essential oils? We're going to talk about why plants have them. We're going to talk about how to use them safely for different ages and for the different oils, and ways that you can use the oils from your starter kit. So we're gonna jump right in here. We have some really fun topics to discuss and some really fun information. So here we go.
Okay, so what are essential oils? Before I actually dug into the world of essential oils, they didn't really make sense to me. I didn't really understand what they were. And so I always find it super helpful to kind of like dig down to the foundation of what they even are, why plants even have them, etc., because then it helps us understand how they help us. So first off, plants produce essential oils, not people. If we get cold pressed, essential oils are not coming out. Plant life, flora and fauna produce essential oils. And why do they produce them? They produce them because they can't move, for starters. And what essential oils do is they equip them with the tools that help them survive. So I put this picture here of like a winter's day because essential oils keep the plants sustained and thriving and living no matter what the circumstance. So if you're cold, you can go get a sweater. You can turn up the heat. You can put wood in the fire. You can do things that allow you to cope with your surroundings. If someone is sick near you, you can leave the room. You can put a mask on. You can like take preventative measures so that their infection doesn't get to you. If you have an injury, you need a splint, you need Band-Aids and all these sort of things to help you. Whereas plants don't have that option. If a plant that's next to them, it has an infection, they can't just walk up and go to the next garden and take root there. They have to cope with their surroundings where they are. If they are cold, they can't put on a sweater. They have to sustain themselves and like create that warmth from within. And so plants produce essential oils to help them cope with their environments because they don't have the options that we do to move or put on sweaters or put on Band-Aids. And so essential oils help them cope with infection and weather conditions or injury, infection, parasites, all that sort of thing. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about frankincense to kind of explain how they enact change. So essential oils enact change in the plant to sustain it for what it needs. It is the lifeblood of the plant. And so the way that they enact change in the plant is the way that they're going to enact change in our human bodies because of their natural organic compounds, the same way that it supports the plant through its traumas or whatever its issues may be. Those essential oils can be used in the human body to help sustain us for similar things. And so frankincense is a really good example of this because the picture at the bottom below the bottle is just pieces of frankincense resin. And the way that frankincense resin is collected is you actually have to take a chisel, bang on it on the trunk, and actually scar the tree, damage the tree, and then it bleeds the resin out because it's like sap almost, and then it hardens into resin. But what it's doing is it's protecting that wound. It's covering up that scar, and it's protecting the tree's outer layer to make sure that it doesn't get infected. It doesn't have scarring. It doesn't have that like damage or injury worsened because of it. And so frankincense on the human body is phenomenal for our skin, for anti-scarring, for supporting a dewy look on your face, stretch marks, injuries, immune boosting, that sort of thing. And so the same way that it's enacting change in the tree to protect it and sustain it, it's enacting change in that very same way in our human body. And so all essential oils are like that. They all serve different purposes, just like depending on how they support that particular plant. And so I hope that helps you understand a little bit. We could go into every single solitary oil, but frankincense I love because it's a pretty easy one to understand, with the scouring and resin and all that sort of thing. So moving on.
So seed to seal, what this means to me is this is a quality guarantee that from the seed to the seal on the bottle, Young Living has their hand on the entire process of getting the oil into our hands. So they are not only providing us with oils that reach the therapeutic grade, so we know that any oil we get from Young Living has passed all the tests, has passed all their standards, and has reached the quality that we need to give us therapeutic results. So from their sourcing to their science and to their standards, Young Living really is the world leader in essential oils, and they are the original essential oil company. And they are so rigid in their testing for the quality that we know when we get an oil in our hands that it is therapeutic grade. We don't have to question it. We don't have to wonder. Even the oil that is in the Ningxia and our supplements, wherever it is, in the lotion, in the toothpaste, it has reached the right quality to be therapeutic grade. And Young Living is one of the only essential oil companies that has it is the only essential oil company that has this standard of quality. And you'll see this seed to seal stamp on every one of their products. And they have scientists, research and development teams that are always analyzing and testing and checking. They actually say, I believe the number is 40% of their oil doesn't even make it to market because it doesn't reach the quality standards. So we know that it has passed all the right tests and it is the right quality when it reaches our hands. And for me, that's really comforting because I just love knowing that I can just trust it. I know it's the high quality. I know that I'm going to get the therapeutic results that I want because it is a therapeutic grade. So when other people have used essential oils and they're like, oh, it didn't work for me, you're like, well, did you try Young Living? And they're like, no, I didn't. I was using this other brand. Well, they say, don't expect therapeutic results if you're not using therapeutic grade. And so all of Young Living's oils are therapeutic grade and very clean, very, very high quality. We will get therapeutic results from using their oils. And to me, that is peace of mind and amazing. Great to know we have an awesome company that cares so much about where they get the plants and the seeds from, to the science and the testing, all the way to the label and the seal on the bottle.
Can I add to that?
Mm-hmm.
I just learned this the other day, so I just wanted to put it out there. Young Living's essential oil bottles all say Young Living therapeutic grade, whatever, because they reach those standards to have therapeutic grade. Other essential oil companies that say therapeutic grade on the bottle also have a little TM after it because it's just a trademarked slogan. It's not actually meeting therapeutic grade standards. It's just a slogan that they've put on the bottle because they can. So it just says TM after it, which means it isn't actually therapeutic grade. It's just a slogan that they've trademarked to put on their bottles,
Wow.
which is a mean trick.
Very interesting. Good to know. So when we get our oils, there are 3 different ways that you use them. You use them topically by putting them right on your skin, aromatically in the diffusers, or dietary, which is the Vitality line, the Plus line that we use for food flavoring, and we can put it in our drinks or our foods. And when you're using them topically, some of them you have to use with a carrier oil because they're considered a hot oil. So out of the starter kit, the hot oils would be Panaway, Thieves, and peppermint. So what that actually means is if you were to put it on your skin, you're going to feel a little bit of a heat sensation. And if you find that that happens, just grab a V6, which is the Young Living brand of the carrier oil, or some coconut oil, jojoba. Some people also like almond oil. Whatever you already are using or whatever you already like, that use that for your carrier oil. I like to have the V6. It's a blend of 6 different oils, and it's amazing. It's got a pump. It's easy to use. So always dilute the hot oils, and also if you're putting them on children, it's important to dilute them. Kids have very sensitive skin, and when we're using our oils, we want to get the best results from them. And actually, when you use a carrier oil, it helps the oil stay on your skin a little bit longer, and so you're getting a longer effect on the skin, which is really great. So a couple things for safety is avoid sensitive areas, so like mucus areas, especially the eyes. So for example, we like to use peppermint sometimes for tension or headaches, and putting it on the temples is okay, but you don't want to get it too close to your eyes. Your eyes are going to burn and water, even though you actually didn't get the oil in your eye. And the reason that happens is one of the chemical constituents in peppermint is actually attracted to moisture. And so that chemical constituent is going to be drawn to the moisture in your eyes, which is going to feel like it's burning, even though you didn't necessarily get the oil in your eye. So peppermint, keep it away from your eyes, and avoid sensitive areas for the hot oils. When you're getting started with the oils, a little goes a long way. And it's always best to dilute with a carrier oil. So, and one other key thing when you're getting started with oils is be drinking a lot of water, because as we're using oils, things are starting to kind of circulate a little bit and get flushed out of our system. And it's important to be drinking a lot of water with that as well.
Okay, so now we're going to dig into the premium starter kit. As you all know who are on this call currently, that the starter kit is amazing and literally filled with the most widely used, the most popular, the most, what's the word? I can't think of the word.
Versatile?
Versatile. Yes, that's the word. So all the oils that are in the starter kit can be used for so many different things. And so Young Living actually chose all these oils on purpose because it's the best way to get a grasp on how essential oils can be infused into every single solitary area of your life. And it's just a great, great deal. It's about 50% off when you buy the starter kit, as opposed to these oils individually. Sometimes I'll just rebuy starter kits or the everyday oils collection if I need to restock some of the oils in this kit, because some of them are quite pricey. So it's actually cheaper to just grab the kit. So what we did, I don't even remember when it was, a year or two ago, within our Facebook group, we had a Google Drive where we just put out for everybody to put into the different slots different ways that they use their starter kit oils, different ways that they love their starter kit oils. And so I put some of them, there was a lot, so I actually had to delete some reasons why people love their oils onto the next few slides. So I'm going to go over a couple of them with you guys. Peppermint is one of literally every oil in the starter kit, is the most used oils in our house. We restock them all the time, but we love peppermint. We love it for headaches. We use it for digestive things, to cool down, all kinds of different things. So these are literally just quotes from people on our team, why they love peppermint, how they use peppermint, and different ways that they use it as a tool in their toolbox. And I really feel like that's what a starter kit is. It is a toolbox filled with all these goodies that help me as a mom cope with things that we do every day. Instead of giving my child over-the-counter medication, if they have a fever or cough or something, I can use oils instead. And so we do refer to them often, and it just makes me feel so empowered as a mom to have these tools to support our kiddos, to support our family. So I don't know if you guys want to screenshot these, or if you just want to take a look at them. I'll list off a couple that I actually use it for and love. Put it on my temples to combat headaches for sure. Place a drop in the toilet if you need a little help going. That is a must. here. Putting a little drop of peppermint not only coats the top of the toilet water with oil so that if anything goes below, the aromas get trapped underneath. So it makes it a more pleasant experience for whoever's going in the bathroom after you. But it also helps relax you and let you go. Sorry, I don't know if, oh, sorry, it's the chat. I thought maybe somebody was in a waiting room or something. Rubbing it up and down the spine to help reduce a fever. Putting some drops in a spritz bottle and spraying it on you to help cool you down. That's a huge one that we do. Menthol and a couple other constituents within peppermint oil. What it actually does is those molecules fit perfectly into your temperature regulatory cell receptor sites. So it actually will help to cool your body down, to trick it into thinking that these are like cooling down receptors or like conversation pieces within your cells. And so peppermint actually can bring your body temperature down by a couple degrees. So it's amazing for menopause, hot days, hot flashes, all those things. The next one is lemon, which we use all the time. And there's a couple things here. I don't know where everybody's faces are, so I'll just put them over there if it was blocking the words. One that somebody put in here, and I don't know who it was, but it's a brilliant idea. It says add drops to butter and drizzle for an amazing fish dish, which would be perfect for like lemon pepper fish. I use it a lot for cleaning, getting marker off of things, getting Sharpie off of things, getting goo off of things. Like if you peel the price tag off of something and the goo doesn't come off, it eats that because lemon eats petrochemicals and plastics. And so it's actually amazing for cleaning that sort of thing off. And because it is distilled or cold pressed from the rind, it doesn't have that acidity in it that can damage your teeth. It's not like the acidity of the lemon juice. The rind is completely different. And so I like to add it to my water. It is super rejuvenating and refreshing, but because lemon dissolves petrochemicals, it's actually amazing to use as a detox because it pulls those plastics out of your body, but doesn't have the acidity to damage your teeth. And because of its natural organic makeup, it fits perfectly within the cells in your body and doesn't cause damage to your mouth or your tummy or anything. It literally just helps pull those plastics out and then throws them in the waste, and then you're good. So there are lots of other reasons here that people love peppermint. Mixing it with lavender and peppermint for seasonal irritation relief is another favorite that we use it for. Oh, now I have to put this back up here to press this button. The next one is lavender. I literally am just going to say this is used in our house all the time, but literally it's ridiculous. When I got my starter kit, I was like, I am not going to use all these, especially Copaiba. I was like, what the heck am I going to use this for? But we literally go through our starter kit oils fast. Okay, so lavender is just super amazing for promoting relaxation and calm. Some reasons people put is they mix it with peppermint for their sunburns. Lavender is super soothing for skin, bug bites, owies, boo-boos, bruises, all those things. Somebody said to put it in a drop of Earl Grey tea or a latte. And I actually did that after I read this. We made like lavender honey lattes and they were so good. Or mixing it with your lemonade, which is delicious. But lavender is just super calming. It's listed from Health Canada as one that helps relieve headaches and sore muscles and calms your nervous system. So it's just all around amazing. And we love it so much.
Okay, the next one is Panaway. Sometimes I nickname this one Painaway. It's amazing for pain relief. It's great for after a workout to put on your muscles. And actually Panaway is one of the expensive ones out of the kit. If you had to buy it on its own, this is one of the pricier ones because of the oils that are in this blend. It's really great to put right on joints, to relieve any kind of pain. You can put it on your abdomen for any kind of cramps. And if you mix it with Copaiba, it will amplify the effect of the Panaway. This is one that we'll often put a roller top on because you're often just rolling it topically onto your skin. And so you will get a roller top in your starter kit. And so it's a great one to put on this one. Another one is to put it on for growing pains for kids or for shin splints. Also great to add to a detox bath with some Epsom salts, which is amazing. You can also make a muscle rub with Copaiba, frankincense, peppermint, and coconut oil. So Panaway is a really effective one for pain and the rule is wherever it hurts, put the oil on there. Is it your elbow? Is it your ankle, your knee, the back of your neck? Wherever the pain is, that's where you put the oil. This one smells really fresh and minty, and so it's a very effective one. Next we have RC, and I believe RC stands for Respiratory Comfort. Is that right, Hannah? Yep. So this is a really, really great one for all things respiratory system. Good for coughs and colds. You can put it right on your chest. You can put it in the diffuser, and you can even make like a chest rub, add some coconut oil, and just really helps get air moving through the lungs when there's a little bit of congestion. People who have the seasonal irritations, they find this one's really effective, and actually even other breathing concerns. RC is often the go-to oil for that. So really any respiratory concerns, this is your go-to. And you know what, whether you're applying it topically or putting it in the diffuser, you're going to get amazing results. So you can diffuse it with frankincense and thieves during the cold weather season, just to help keep your immune system strong. And also good to put on the chest before exercising, which is really great. You can add a drop to your bath or the shower to create a refreshing environment. This is a really, really great one, and really just super effective for all things respiratory.
Do you want to do this one? Because I accidentally did one of yours because I wasn't looking at who was supposed to say what.
Yep. So Copaiba, this one kind of surprised me because it has such a mellow scent. It almost has no smell at all. And so when I first got it, I was like, what am I going to do with this oil? And it was one that it took me a while to realize how to use Copaiba. And so Copaiba, one of the features about this is it will amplify whatever oil you pair it with. And what I heard a presentation on this, and what that actually means is if you put the peppermint on first and then your Copaiba, or the other way around, even the Copaiba is going to create pathways for the peppermint to travel. So it's going to help those oils go deeper. It actually also helps with accelerate repair and helps get vitamin C right inside your cells. So one thing Hannah has kept saying is something about the cells and in the cells and cleansing the cells is essential oil molecules are so small that they can actually get inside of our cells. And so Copaiba helps by doing that and getting right in there. It's also really great if you have a sore throat. You can put it on a drop of honey and just eat the honey down, and it'll help coat the throat on the way down. It's really great for all things skin. It's also very calming. And if you have any bug bites, you can pair it with Panaway. Now this one I haven't done, a drop to coffee or tea in the morning. That sounds like an interesting. Have you tried that, Hannah? Nope. You can also put it around the eyes to help tighten the skin, which is awesome. And it's also really great for calming. So if you need another oil in the diffuser or one to put on, you're gonna put lavender on, add Copaiba to it before you go to bed, and it's gonna help the lavender and help with calming. Add a drop of Stress Away or Northern Lights Black Spruce, or diffuse it with lavender or Northern Lights Black Spruce. So also one thing is this one's really good for teething. So if you have any littles that are teething, you can put it directly on the gums. You don't have to dilute this one because it's very mellow and it's really effective on the gums. So Copaiba, kind of its claim to fame is it's great for pain and inflammation. And so pair it with any oil that you want to amplify the effect. And this little oil that doesn't have much of a scent is actually quite a powerhouse.
Oh, me now. Okay. Is it me now?
Yep.
I'm really, really on it, guys. Okay, so this one's Digize. When I first smelled this, I thought it smelled like stinky socks in a rotten gym bag. Like it just was not okay for me. It's got like fennel and ginger and all the things that actually are super amazing and supportive to your immune system, which it obviously smelled funny to me because I needed support in my immune system. Now I love this smell. I will just like slather it all over me and drink it, and it's just amazing. So what Digize is, it supports your digestive system. And what it does is it helps bring balance to your digestive system. So essential oils are adaptogenic, which means that when they come into your body, they can actually see what cells need repair. They can actually see where there needs to be work, and they will go where there needs to be like something addressed, and then they'll leave the rest alone. And so you can use Digize if you're pooping too much, if you're not pooping enough, if you have gas, if you have heartburn, if you have indigestion of any type. What it's going to do is bring your body back to balance. So because it causes somebody to poop doesn't mean that you can't use it if you're constipated, because what it's going to do is find that happy medium within your body. And so it can be used for all things digestive, indigestion, tummy troubles, bathroom troubles, all the things. And it's actually amazing when, I don't know if I can say this, I'm gonna, for people who have other things living in their digestive systems that need to be expelled. Digize is amazing for that. Did I explain that well enough that people know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, so if you use Digize consistently, it actually helps to clean out your digestive system of troubles like that. So some things that people wrote from the co-op, I love that we did this because it's all different stories from all different people, how they use it. Rub on the tummy to relieve car sickness. Dilute and massage on the feet of a colicky baby. Add to a roller bottle with peppermint for happy tummy, because peppermint's also an amazing one for digestive support. So usually if we have upset tummies in the house, we'll mix Digize, peppermint, a little bit of carrier oil, slather it on our tummies, and then we'll put it on our wrists when we go to bed, and the kids too, just in case they're sleeping like with their hands up by their face or something. That way they can just be inhaling it at the same time. And so we use that as a way to kind of like sneak them into smelling it without actually diffusing Digize. So the next one is Purification, which basically is just like anti-stank. Purification literally purifies the air. It eats odors and removes them from the air. So it's amazing to put in trash cans, like on a cotton ball in the bottom of a trash can, to diffuse it after you've been cooking, or just if you have like a teenage boy and his room smells like teenage boy dirty socks and stuff, putting Purification in there actually will clean the smell out of the room. Somebody put on here, they rub it on their lower belly for UTIs, which I've never heard of or tried, but that is, it kind of makes sense. Somebody said put a drop on the inside of the toilet paper roll in the bathroom, so every time you make the toilet paper roll, it fills the room with Purification, which is brilliant because it's like deodorizing. Or you can mix it with baking soda and sprinkle it on your carpets and let it sit before you vacuum, kind of like that Arm & Hammer carpet stuff, only without the toxic synthetic fragrance. So you can make it yourself. I also heard somebody say they were like I don't know what the word is, like a medium or something, and they would like burn sage after they had people come and talk to them because they just had like lots of heavy energy in the room. And they said that they felt like it was more effective to actually just diffuse Purification, because if there was any heaviness or even just like germs and things in the air, it would help clean it out. And so it's just great to throw in any room if you want to make it feel fresh and clean. I love that somebody wrote, makes my kitchen feel cleaner than it is. Because I actually do that every time our housekeepers come to clean. I make sure there's purification going in every single diffuser just to extra up that cleanliness.
All right, next up we have Thieves. This is kind of one that Young Living is famous for. They're Thieves, and they have a whole cleaning line based off of this oil blend. This one's excellent for the day that we live in with all this craziness going on around us. So with all these essential oils, what they're actually doing is supporting our bodies to do what they were designed to do. Our bodies are designed to heal. They're designed to detox. They're designed to be in balance. And when we're using these oils and incorporating them into our lifestyle and into our routines, they're helping restore balance. And what the Thieves does is help balance and support our immune systems. And this is really key right now. And as we're launching into the school year and the weather will be changing, we want our immune systems to be as strong as they can be. We want to help support our bodies to fight off anything that may come our way. And like Hannah mentioned earlier, these oils are tools. And for me, they make me feel really equipped. I am not worried about what might come our way because I know we've got oils to help support our bodies. Our bodies are designed to fight things off and to function and to be in balance. And so the oils just help keep things running the way they should be going. And so here's some really great practical uses for the Thieves. Put a drop in your throat to help combat and prevent illness and to help support your immune system. You can make a Thieves tea. I also like to put it on a drop of honey as well. Sometimes I'll add a drop of lemon to it. And again, it coats the throat as it goes down. You can add a drop or two to a tea bag to help support the immune system and soothe a sore throat. Diffuse with lemon. You can dilute it and put it on the spine or on the bottom of the feet, again, to support the immune system. You can keep a bottle or even an empty in the kitchen to sniff while cutting onions. Oh yes, this is actually my go-to. I have like super sensitive eyes, and when I'm cutting onions before Thieves, I would cut a bit and then have to run outside and just let my eyes get some cool air. But now I just open the Thieves, I set it right there on my cutting board. I don't have to smell it. I don't have to drop any down. You just open it and set it there and it does its thing. I have absolutely no idea how it works, but my eyes don't tear up at all. And I have pretty sensitive eyes, so that's impressive. And again, Thieves tea for immunity support. So this one again is a hot oil. Always best for if you're going to put on kids, put on the bottom of their feet. Their feet are not sensitive and you don't have to dilute them on the bottom of the feet. So it's a great one to put a roller top on and roll it on the bottom of their feet, especially before they go to school, before they get their socks on, and even before they go to bed. Our bodies are always working and it can help our immune systems work amazing. Even just putting it in the diffuser, it's going to be helping cleanse the air and getting rid of all the bugs and germs that we don't want in our home. Frankincense. This is one of my favorites. I often have this one in my purse. And Hannah talked a little bit about it already. It comes from a resin, which is really cool. It's not steam distilled like most of the oils are. So this is great for all things skin. And if I'll sometimes put a drop in my hand and then squirt my moisturizer and then put it on my face. So anytime there is a skin concern, frankincense is a good one. And actually there's an old Egyptian quote or saying that says frankincense is good for everything from gout to a broken head. So really head to toe and anything in between. If you don't know what oil to grab, they say when in doubt, get Frank out. And so again, this one's really great for immunity support as well. You can apply it to the spine. This is a really good grounding oil. You can just sniff it straight from the bottle, or you can apply it topically or also diffuse it. It's good for the joints. It's good. So it says here, diffuse during Bible study, prayer, or just in alone time, or even any kind of meditation. It really just helps you connect and kind of focus. You can put a drop in your Bible or on the leather in your quiet time. Then your Bible will smell like frankincense. And actually, frankincense is one of the oils that they brought to baby Jesus. Frankincense and myrrh. And so it's pretty special to have this oil in our homes as well. You can put it right on your stretch marks or on scars, which is pretty impressive. You can put it under your jaw and on your neck just for healthy skin. And when you're doing your meditating or having quiet time, you can put it right on the top of your head. And so sometimes I'll do that. And I said earlier, put the oil where you need it. Sometimes, you don't always have to put frankincense in the same place. You may sometimes feel, oh, you know what? I'm going to put on my wrist today, or, oh, I'm going to put on the back of my neck, or, oh, on the top of my head. Just kind of have to go with what you feel like you need to do in that moment. And so, yeah, you can put them even on the top of your head. Frankincense under the eyes helps to kind of depuff around the eyes. It helps you look awake and well rested. This really is a really great calming oil. It's one of my favorites and very, very useful. And Northern Lights Black Spruce. This is our one and only Canadian oil. So we have a farm in Fort Nelson, BC, and I know some of you have been to it, which is pretty cool. I haven't been there yet, but one day I will. This is one I actually carry around with me all the time as well. I just love it. So this is good for sleeping, good for calming, relaxing. And actually out of the starter kit, this is usually the oil that men like. They are drawn to this one. It's good to diffuse at night. They also like to put it on their skin or as a cologne. So this is a really good one. So if you've brought a starter kit home and your hubby hasn't quite warmed up to it yet, pull out the Northern Lights Black Spruce and let him use this a few times and just see what happens. It's great to put in the beard as well. Great for when you need some grounding, some emotional support. It also helps to clear emotional blockages, which is pretty neat. There's a whole science and a chemistry behind essential oils. We're not going to get into that tonight, but it's quite impressive what these little oils will do. So when you're in the city, having these woodsy oils, the tree oils can help you feel like you're in the forest, can help you feel calm. This one does smell like a Christmas tree. You can diffuse it at Christmas time or put it on an ornament. It's also really great for tired muscles. So pair it with Copaiba. It's going to amplify the Northern Lights Black Spruce. And it's actually even really good for any kind of joint pain that you're having. If you put some Northern Lights Black Spruce on it, it really helps with the pain. Also good for putting on the kids' clothes when they're going out the door, helps them feel calm and just gives them a little bit of emotional balance when they're heading out the door. So this is a great one. I just love the tree oils. They tend to be the ones that I'm drawn to. So good one to have.
I do want to add to this one too. The way that I had kind of explained earlier, like the way that essential oils enact change in the plant is the way that they enact change within our own bodies. And when we were at the Northern Lights farm, one thing that they said was that, like, it's in northern BC, we're in northern Alberta, like it's pretty extreme temperatures here. It goes to nearly plus 40 in the summer and minus 40 in the winter, and it's just like ridiculous. And so they said that on the nights that it's the coldest is when the trees actually have the most essential oils in their needles, because it draws it up from the roots and it keeps the tree warm at night. And so they said if you like cut down and harvest the trees on the coldest days, you actually get more production, like more essential oils in those batches. And they also said that no matter what happens, these trees are strong. If it's hot out, they're strong. If it's cold out, they're strong. If it's windy, they're strong. And so they kind of said that this essential oil allows you to be strong and grounded through whatever emotional battles or experiences you happen to be walking through, because the way that it keeps this tree strong and grounded no matter what's going on in its environment, it gives you that same strength and grounding. And so it's a great oil to put on your feet to start your day, just because it kind of puts you in like a good, strong emotional mindset to do whatever you have to do that day. But it's so cool the way that it helps the plants. It helps us too. Okay, so I did want to talk a little bit about all the other starter kits that Young Living has, because it's not just the oily kit, even though that one is one of my absolute favorites. So from left to right, there is a little oiler starter kit, and all the oils in that kiddos one are already pre-diluted, safe for little ones, for tummies, for focus, for sniffles and boo-boos, for sleep, all kinds of ways to support kiddos. So it's a great way to get started with essential oils that way if you have little ones that need support. The next one is the Thieves starter kit, or what is it? Thieves bundle. And how Rebecca had talked about how Thieves is immune boosting. So they have an entire household cleaning line, laundry soap and dish soap and hand soap and toothpaste and all the things that are supporting your immune system, because now in our day and age, all the household cleaners that you buy off the shelf have synthetic fragrance and toxic ingredients and things that are harmful to our bodies, our pets' bodies, our families' bodies. And Young Livings are plant-based. They are safe for pets, safe for kids, safe for people. Even on the label, if it says if ingested, just drink lots of water to flush it through, because there's nothing in the ingredients that are harmful, but they do just as good of a job cleaning. And then the oily kit that we talked about, the Ningxia Starter Kit, which is just an amazing antioxidant, energy boosting, overall wellness beverage where you just take like a shot a day and it's like your vitamins. We cannot live without Ningxia in our home. We actually ran out this morning and I need to order some as soon as this class is done, because we cannot go very long. We have like a couple little sachets and then that's it. So I need to get it now. And then the one on the far right is the Welcome Home Kit, which is like the starter kit, but it's just a little bit less, a little bit different oils to give it a lower price point. And so if you guys have friends and family that don't really have the finances to jump in and grab the oily starter kit, the Welcome Home Kit is a great alternative, and it comes with a super cute diffuser and lots of all the oils that we talked about in this class, with Valor, which isn't even in the starter kit, and that's an amazing emotional support oil. So I wanted to kind of touch on all these kits, just A, in case you don't know that they exist, but B, in case there are friends or family that you guys have that you know would benefit from these, or that you know would like to get started with Young Living but don't really want the oily starter kit. There are different lots of options and entry points for someone getting started with Young Living. So those are what the starter bundles are. And then I wanted to thank everybody for joining us tonight and hopping on this call with us and learning the basics of essential oils with us and different ways to use them and why we love them so much. I hope that you guys learned something from this class. And I would encourage you to reach out to whoever invited you to this class or sent this to you, and they can help you get started with essential oils too.